our captain Rohit. So with all due respect to Siddharth, right? He played fantastic, and all of us really enjoyed the match. Would love to understand the thought process behind having Siddharth in the dead rubber. So it's like, what is the thought process? Like 29-year-old Siddharth versus 18-year-old Aryan, who could have gotten a lot of exposure playing in front of this crowd and with the pressure. Would love to understand your thinking over there.
So, Siddharth has been around. He's a current national champion. He's ranked higher. Um, Both Manas and Aryan have, whole career ahead of them. He's got a chance today. May not have a chance again because there are many people ahead of him still. I'm hoping that he would improve, and the idea is to give, normally I give a chance to a guy who's been around for so long and waited for this opportunity, and he got it today. And then, a Davis Cup tag goes to him and a full opportunity. He's been raring to go throughout. And some part of the team felt that he should have been played earlier as well. So I wanted to give him a shot at the fourth match.
All right, thank you. Another question. So, in the last 24 hours or so, there has been some noise from the Indian tennis community, and wondering if the results might have been different if we had pairs with more elite tennis experience like Bhukriti, Somdev, or Pace in the captain's role. How do you respond to them and to that?
Since the time I took over, these guys have always been trying to say something negative to provoke or to get some reaction out of me. Uh, if my players feel otherwise, I'm a very open person. They are very welcome to say things what they feel. But I'm here for my country, ready to do whatever it takes. Uh, Even we were talking that when during the Pakistan time, my mother was in the ICU. I was still on court, so I'm here to do my national duties. All these people, I want to say one thing to them: shut up. Okay, first thing, and second thing, if you really care that much, don't sit in your air conditioned rooms and talk. Get out here and show what you can do. Okay.
Got it. That makes
Yeah.
sense. And looking at the draw, we were, planning to say play two players across 5 matches.
Sorry.
So, looking at the initial draw, we were planning to play Ram and Bala for across like all the 5 matches. So, what's your message to the ITA on working more on the depth of Indian tennis talent so that we have more and more players who are ready to serve the nation?
So that's a bit of a debate we've been having. We started a program called the National Tennis Center a couple of years ago, 2 years ago. I think ITA has done well in terms of creating infrastructure and bringing tournaments to India. But I have always believed since I got involved with ITA that player development and help for players is something that we've been lagging behind. So we definitely need a very, very good national program, and we need some very good sponsors for people to travel and coaches to work with our team and around the year. And that's how players improve and players are developed. You need to have players who are playing currently, players who are in the next ring, like what I did here with Manas and with Aryan, and further, bunch of maybe another 5, 6 boys. And that's how every country over a period of time that I've seen have developed their players. They invest in them. Look at China for that matter. They have 4 players top 100. Why? Because there's money being spent on them, there's time being spent, there's effort being made. All of that needs to come into India now. And sure, there is no dearth of talent in India. As you see, these guys are supremely talented. All these guys, what they can do with the tennis ball is fabulous. So now this is what is lacking, and we want to plug this in the. This is the next thing that we want to plug in the All India Tennis Association.
Got it. Thank you.
Any more questions in the room? Then we can move on with questions via Teams. Please raise your hand if you do have a question. Kumar, go ahead. Who would you like to ask?
Yes, the captain first.
Sure.
Rohit, is there anything that you would have done different now? It is in hindsight, not much of help, but anything different you would have done if the same thing is given to you again?
Not really. I mean, whatever decisions we take, especially since I've taken over as captain, I have various discussions with all my players, and jointly decisions are taken so that we see it should not be that only one person is taking a decision. I think it's a team that should take a decision together because everybody has a certain say and has a certain contribution in the team. So I would do the same thing again. But just giving credit to these guys, I think I was talking to some of the Swedish. I have an ex-Swedish coach as well, and I was talking to him as well, and they said that he hasn't seen the Swedish players play this high level consistently over matches and matches and matches for 2 days. So I think they played superb tennis and they deserve to win.
Any thoughts on Ram and Balaji, the way they played today? They have done anything better or different on the court?
Even in singles, I mean, for that matter, they had their chances. At this level, the important thing is that, when you get a chance, you got to convert. You're not going to get too many chances at this level. It looks all easy on the court or outside the court, but believe me, on the court, it's tight. And those chances you need to take. And whoever takes those chances and converts them, gets the win. So we didn't unfortunately convert our chances. Ram did also have a lead. He broke the first game. He should have held. He should have continued. But yeah, I mean, in hindsight, these are areas that they themselves, we spoke about it already, and they themselves realized right off the court that these are areas that we lacked. But like I said, I mean, I was quite surprised with both the singles players and the doubles team today. They didn't give an inch. I mean, continuously, there was not a loose game by them. We got a break point, but that's about it. In a game, normally you do have loose games, and doubles normally goes over 3 sets, etc., etc. But full credit to the Swedes for playing fantastic tennis over the last 2 days.